So we draw the curtain on 2024 Phoenix Wushu National Championships here in Phoenix, Arizona. Fantastic showing by the Bermuda team. I can't even count the number of individuals that came up to me, especially as head coach, and just congratulated us on the conduct of our team, from the way we our uniforms, our sportsmanship, our level of skill that we show in competition. So overall, extremely pleased. I'll start with Kalen Cox. I gave my thoughts on his first day of competition, but he finished today with the optional Southern staff, a form that he finished very recently, and the first time that he competed in it. I was pleased with the way that he maintained composure throughout his routine. He had a few errors early on in the form, and even individuals that watch sports that are subjective and high scores, it's easy to fall apart when the beginning of your routine contains errors. But he really sort of caught himself and finished the routine with a very high score of 9.8 and finished with a silver medal. But in terms of our preparation for the Pan American Wushu Championships, really good performance for him, and a confidence booster leading into the championships. Our advanced fighters, Chris Dyer landed the first victory for Bermuda. Romain Gauli of Illinois, just showed her overall experience, composure, and a really good confidence booster. Obviously being a big year with her competing in the Sandow World Cup later this year, and prior to that, the Pan American Wushu Championships. Callan Todd breezed to victory against a teenager. He usually fights men. Arizona state law would not allow individuals whose actual birth year is not in the adult category to fight in the adult category. So he ended up fighting a teenager. He was lucky to get an actual fight in his weight class, and just really totally outclassed his opponent and went on to win 2-0. The other actual winner of their division was Quinnell Robinson, otherwise known as Q Robinson. Very, very good display by him. He had a really good weight cut, and surprisingly scored a knockout. Listened well, in the corner, and was able to score a knockout, which is really good. Other victories by our athletes, Jonathan Trott, 12-year-old Jonathan Trott, who was also vying for a spot from the Pan Am team, fought really well. Came behind after losing the second round to go ahead and win his third round. Tristan Robinson had a draw in his first match. Fought really well. Mariah Swan in her second match managed a really gutsy win to win 2-1 against Samantha Knight, who's actually fought in Bermuda. So overall we had some really good performances. Want to call her Geraldine Sitters. She's only 13. Fought Samantha Knight, who has fought Nancy Johnson in Bermuda, and who Mariah Swan managed to squeak a win over. So a big step for her in terms of her her early days sort of in the sport, and also young age, to be able to compete with somebody like Samantha Knight. And Nancy Johnston fought Alexis Garcia, a very seasoned Muay Thai fighter, very powerful, who was really dominating most of her opponents. And then Nancy held her own against her. Took some big shots, and some things that happen in training happen in the fight. And I always tell my athletes that what you do in training always ends up coming out in the fight. So but overall, very positive result for Bermuda. Come on, this is a stepping stone for us, leading into Pan American Championships. Always very proud of our team. We prepare it well, we execute it well, and what I'm really happy about is that although all of our matches were not official matches because they didn't fit within the individual inside the International Wushu Federation categories according to weight and age, everyone got some really, really good fights. And that's why we travel this far. That's why we pay this much money, is to allow our athletes to compete at a high level against other competition. And we're willing to fight anybody, more advanced, heavier. We're willing to just gain that valuable experience. So really proud